International Friendlies Senegal vs Benin prediction, team news, lineups preview. Ahead of their return to the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, Senegal and Benin go head-to-head in a friendly matchup at the Stade de la Licorne on Tuesday. Having failed to win the last 8 meetings between the two nations, Benin will head into this one looking to get one over the Lions of Tirana and end their run of 15 consecutive games without a win. Match preview. Senegal turned in a superb team performance last Friday when they cruised to a 3-0 victory over Gabon in their first outing since the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. In a one-sided affair at the Stade de la Licorne, a 12th-minute own goal from Aaron Apindingoy set the Lions of Tirana on their way before Michael Faye and Sadio Mane found the back of the net to cap off the win. This followed a disappointing run in the Africa Cup of Nations, where Senegal floundered in their title defense as they suffered a round of 16 exit at the hands of eventual winners Ivory Coast. After securing top spot in Group C, where they picked up 3 wins from 3 while scoring 8 goals and keeping 2 clean sheets, Senegal were beaten on penalties by Ivory Coast following a 1-1 draw in 120 minutes. Aliou Cissé's men will now look to pick up where they left off against Gabon ahead of their return to the World Cup qualifiers, where they are currently first in Group B with 4 points from their first 2 matches. Benin, on the other hand, showed their mettle against newly crowned African champions Ivory Coast on Saturday as they held their own to see out a 2-2 draw when the sides squared off at the Stade de la Licorne. Junior Olayton and Max Gradel scored for either side to end the first half level, and after Olayton netted his second of the game in the 51st minute to pit Benin front, Oumar Diakite struck 16 minutes later to force a share of the spoils. With that result, Gernot Rohr's side have now gone 15 consecutive games without a win across all competitions, losing 8 and picking up 7 draws since a 4-0 friendly victory over Liberia in March 2023. Benin will now look to take the positives from their resolute display against Ivory Coast as they gather some momentum ahead of their return to the World Cup qualifiers, where they are currently rotted to the bottom of Group C with 1 point from a possible 6. However, the Cheetahs go up against a Senegal side who they have failed to get the better of in each of their last 8 meetings, losing 6 and claiming 2 draws since a 4-3 victory in December 1961. Team news. Senegal went with a shuffled 11 against Gabon last week, meaning that the likes of 28-year-old striker Habib Diallo, Boulaye Dia, and former Strasbourg midfielder Habib Diarra could come into the fray on Tuesday. Mane extended his lead at the top of the nation's all-time scoring chart when he came off the bench to grab his 41st international goal last Friday, and the former Liverpool forward will be one to keep an eye on. At the opposite end of the pitch, we expect an unchanged back 3 of Abdoulaye Seck, Seydou Sano, and Barcelona youngster Faye, with Clermont footman Mori Dia starting in goal once again. Off the back of an eye-catching display against Ivory Coast, we expect Trois-man Olayton to retain his role in the Benin midfield, teaming up with Ceci Dalmeida, Doku Dodo, and 20-year-old Hussein Imran. Brest striker Steve Mouney, who has 16 goals in 49 senior caps, should lead the Cheetahs' attack once again, while Cedric Hountanji and Mohamed Tijani should form the centre-back pairing. Senegal possible starting lineup: Dia, Seck, Sano, Faye, Sarr, Kamara, Sis, Diarra, Mane, Diallo, Jackson. Benin possible starting lineup: Alagbi, Kiki, Hountanji, Tirana. Asogba, Imran, Dodo, Dalmeida, Olayton, Mouney, Hountanji. We say, Senegal 2-0 Benin. Fresh off the back of a solid team display against Gabon, Senegal will head into Tuesday's game with sky-high confidence. Cissé's men boast the firepower needed to get the job done, and we see them extending their dominance over Benin. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.